Hey y'all, it's your boy Brie back at it again with the makeup videos. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different, and for those of you who don't know, I am currently studying chemistry at Northern Arizona University. So I thought I would combine two of my biggest passions and make this video for you guys. So what I'm going to be talking about today is what's in your makeup. So I've never really seen like a bigger YouTuber. I haven't really looked around, so I don't know if maybe someone else has done this, but you never really see people talking about like the ingredients in your makeup and what they do and what their side effects are. So I thought that, you know, since I'm into that sort of nerd thing, I would tell you guys what is up with your makeup, so you can make more of an informed decision when you're trying to buy a product, if you think it's gonna, like, you know, be worth it, I guess. I don't know. I'm not very good with words, so like I apologize for being sucky. But so today I'm going to be talking about foundation, and specifically I'm going to be talking about my foundation because it was just the first thing that popped in my mind. And foundation generally has pretty similar ingredients to each other. Some of them have some different things and whatnot, but I'm just going to specifically be talking about this one today. So it's the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me Foundation for normal to oily skin. And I really like this foundation. It's pretty good coverage. It lasts really well. It keeps me decently matte throughout the day, so I really don't have a lot of complaints about it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. And anyway, let's go ahead and get into the video and start talking about what's in your foundation. So what I'm going to be doing is first talking about the use of the product, and then I'm going to be talking about the hazards, the known hazards of using that product, which, don't worry, like, your makeup's not gonna kill you or anything, but like there are definitely some kind of scary, weird things that I found out that I really just wanted to share. So okay, so the first ingredient in most foundations is water, which I think is pretty obvious, and I don't really think I need to talk about why that is or what water does, because, you know, it's water. But the second ingredient in my foundation specifically is called cyclohexasilloxane, and these names are so scary. You look at them and you're like, what the heck am I putting on my skin? So that's kind of why I'm doing this video. But cyclohexasilloxane is a skin conditioning agent that makes your makeup more spreadable, and it forms a protective barrier on your skin. And the hazards of cyclohexasilloxane include are that it's a suspected environmental toxin, it's bioaccumulative, and it's expected to be toxic or harmful to organs. So basically just don't eat it and you should be okay as a person. But it's also suspected to be harmful to the environment. So if that's a big concern for you, maybe you would want to look for a foundation that doesn't have that ingredient in it. And as for bioaccumulation, that just means that it continues to build up over time and it never really goes away. Like, plastic isn't really biodegradable. It doesn't break down in the environment. So this is sort of like the same thing. It would just build up and wouldn't really go away. And since it's an expected environmental toxin, I guess if you get too much, it would harm the environment in some way. It didn't really give me any information on, well, it could have, I just didn't look that hard into it, but the website that I used didn't give me specifics on how it hurts the environment, so I don't really know that much about it, but yeah, do with that what you will, I guess. Okay, the next ingredient is called isododecane, and it's used as a solvent and to make your makeup more spreadable and prevent water evaporation from the skin. I think that's pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy there, and it didn't really have any listed hazards, which is A+ for me. Love that. Okay, moving on. Okay, so the next ingredient in my foundation is called Nylon 12, and it's used as a bulking agent, an opacifier, and a viscosity controller. So basically what that means is it keeps your foundation from being too liquidy. That's what like your bulking agent is. Opacifying, it means it makes it more opaque, it gives it more pigment, like makes it more full coverage basically. And controlling viscosity. Viscosity is how runny something is, basically. So it helps make it a little bit less runny so that it you can spread it on your skin and it doesn't just like fall right off. And it gives more coverage that way too. And that one also has no hazards, so you're safe to use that one. Okay. The next ingredient in the Maybelline Fit Me foundation was alcohol denat, which is denatured alcohol. Basically, that's just, I think it's ethyl alcohol that has been denatured to make it taste bad so that people don't drink it. Because, you know, you can't drink all alcohols. Okay, and it's used as an anti-foaming, antimicrobial agent, a solvent, and it helps deliver active ingredients to the skin. So what I found on the website that I used was that it's used in a lot of skincare products to help deliver like the good things to your skin. So that's good. We all like good things in our skin. And it also kills off bacteria and viruses and that sort of a thing. So definitely good things that you want for your skin. But some of the hazards: it has limited evidence of reproductive, developmental, and organ toxicity and cancer. So those are obviously not good things. But limited evidence means there's not been a lot of studies on it, or it hasn't shown to, or hasn't been completely proven to be a thing. So like, don't let that freak you out too much. It's just something to be aware of when you're looking into what you're buying and what you're putting on your face every day. Okay. Anyway, okay, the next ingredient is PEG-10 dimethicone, which I've heard Tati talk about dimethicone a lot in her videos, and I think from what I understand from what she says, it's a pore filling, minimizing sort of agent. But yeah, so on this website it just says that it's used as a skin conditioning agent, which makes sense. And there's limited evidence of sense organ toxicities, so your eyes, your ears, that sort of a thing. I don't really know exactly what that means, but you know, do with that what you will. Okay. The next ingredient in my foundation is polyglycerol 4-acetate. And I know I'm saying these really fast, so I'll like maybe list them in the description if I don't know, we'll see. Polyglycerol 4-isoterate. And it is used as an emulsifier, and that means basically it just keeps the foundation from like separating. Like oil and water, when you mix them together, they separate, and this kind of helps keep them from like, you know, getting all weird and gross. And there were no hazards listed on the website, but it said that that was due to like a lack of data, so I guess it hasn't really been tested quite like everything else on this list has been. So yeah, okay. And then the next ingredient is dipteridimonium hectorite. These names are ridiculous. Okay, so it's used as an emulsifier as well, and has no known side effects, so thumbs up for that. Love that. Okay, our second to last ingredient that I'm going to talk about today is phenoxyethanol, which is used as a preservative, so your makeup doesn't go bad when you're, everyone knows what a preservative is. I don't know why I'm explaining that. Okay, and then its hazards were that it's has toxic side effects on the brain and nervous system in animals, can cause allergies via contact, and is a suspected carcinogen. So obviously it hasn't really been tested on humans because that's unethical. I mean, testing on animals is kind of unethical too. But allergies via contact was actually found out by someone in a lab who touched it and basically got some sort of allergies. I don't know, it was like a weird article. It wasn't even an article, it was just a weird little like blurb of information that wasn't explained very well. But from what I gathered, it wasn't just like a one-time thing, like a whole bunch of people got some sort of allergy from exposure or contact to phenoxyethanol. So don't touch it, maybe? I don't know. Hopefully that's more of a, you know, concentrated form that, you know, messed with them, but whatever. And it's a suspected carcinogen, and a carcinogen is something that causes cancer. So if your family has like a high risk of cancer, or like a, what's the word? A history of cancer, just be aware of that, and maybe look for some sort of makeup that doesn't include that. I don't know. From what I understood, phenoxyethanol is actually a very common ingredient in most cosmetic products. It's kind of hard to avoid, but I will put a link in the description to a website where you can, to two websites actually, the two websites that I used to get my research. And on there you can look up the ingredients, and one of them sometimes will tell you products that don't have a certain ingredient in them, so that you can look for those and keep it, you know, just play it safe. Okay, so our final ingredient that I'm going to talk about today is magnesium sulfate, which is an anti-inflammatory, sometimes acne-fighting toxin and oil absorber. So basically it just reduces the puffiness in your face. It's used in a lot of acne-fighting products like facial cleansers and whatnot. And it's a toxin and oil absorber, so that's why this is like a matte and poreless foundation, because it absorbs oil. That's pretty straightforward. And then as for its hazards, it has a reproductive toxicity if exposed in high concentrations. However, there's not enough of concentration in your cosmetics for that to be like a huge concern for anybody. So I wouldn't really worry about it too much, but yeah. Okay, so those are just some little blurbs, things to think about when you're buying a foundation, when you're, I don't know, yeah, so things to think about just when you're buying your foundation. I found it really helpful and enlightening, and I hope you guys did too. I really want to keep doing this, so I hope you like it, because I want to know, like, what's in your lipstick, or like what's in your mascara, and why is it good or bad for you. I just think that's really interesting. So yeah, like this video if you want me to do another one, and even if you don't want me to do another one, I'm still probably going to. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.